This video is made possible by Practical Defense Systems, the best online security training at the lowest prices. You can start your security career today online at pdsclasses.com. Check them out. Hi, I'm Joel Persinger. I'm the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for all of your support of GunGuyTV. I'm super grateful. Do make sure that you check us out on these alternative places because you never know what's going to happen at YouTube. And you might also check out the GunGuyTV Firearms podcast. It's available on your favorite podcast player. You will also find it on Rumble if you want to watch the video version. And if you'd like to support the channel, I urge you to join GunGuyTV Crew. You can find the link to GunGuyTVCrew.com in the description, or if you're already on Patreon or Locals, you can sign up there. All right, what am I talking about today? This optic mounted on this rifle. This rifle, by the way, is a Bushmaster Bravo Zulu in 5.56. Why do I mention that? Well, because I reviewed it, and I really liked it. I had to review it out in Arizona, and I thought, that's a great rifle. And so this is my Bravo Zulu. I have one now, and I've had it for several months, and I really love the rifle. So I can highly recommend them. Bushmaster makes a great rifle. I didn't have an optic for it, so I've been bouncing optics back and forth and like that on it. And Optics Planet was kind enough to send me this Sig Sauer battle sight. They call it their Bravo 5. Now, I want to be completely honest and say that I'm not a combat veteran, so what I know about battle or combat, you could have, you could put that in the head of a pin and you'd have room left over. So I'm not going to pretend to be knowledgeable about that. I don't know, but I have hunted all my life and, used patrol rifles and that kind of stuff. So I'm at least I know something about those. Generally, because of my age and because I like to have an etched reticle on an optic, I don't want to have an optic on a fighting rifle or a defense rifle where the battery dies and I can't use the optic. I've been mounting variable optics on my guns, 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 6, whatever. Well, when they sent me this is a fixed magnification at 5x. And one of the reasons I was interested in it is I had a buddy that he's got, his rifle is set up with a fixed magnification sight and then a red dot off to the side. And I'd seen that many times, but I'd never tried it. Once I tried it with his, I really fell in love with the idea. I think that's a marvelous way to set up your rifle, particularly for things like 3-gun or home defense or property defense or whatever. It really, really works. It's very fast. And there's a few advantages to that I noticed immediately, particularly with this sight. Now, I don't have the red dot to mount on it right now, but I'm going to get a micro red dot and mount it on the side or on the top. I don't know, whichever works better. And there are places, there's Picatinny on different places to do that. The field of view out of this thing is extra wide. I'll put the link to the stats and you can look on Optics Planet and see what the actual numbers are. I don't want to bore you to tears with those. But just from a user's perspective, I was really astonished at how wide a field of view I had at 5x. The other thing was the eye relief seems to be a little easier to get into. It's kind of a little more forgiving than a variable rate optic all the way cranked up to the highest magnification. So this gave me an opportunity to get on the optic, on the rifle, on the target much faster by virtue of the fact that it has a wider field of view. The eye relief is excellent, and the glass is extremely clean, even all around the edges. There's no fuzziness or anything like that. And then the fact that the reticle is etched, it illuminates, but it's etched, so if the battery goes out, I still have a reticle. That really appealed to me as well. Now the sight is built, it's built like a tank. I think you probably drop it off a building and it would be fine. Somebody probably already has. Let me show you though, it's got a bunch of settings on it. I think there are 8 different settings for magnification. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm sorry, I said magnification and I meant the brightness of the illumination is the word I was looking for. And then there are 3 night vision settings, 1, 2, 3, and then of course off. I don't own night vision, so I don't have a use for that, but you may, so I wanted to make sure that you could see that. And then of course it will shut off if you don't use it and you set the rifle down, but what I like is when you grab the rifle again, it pops right back on. So if you're using it for home defense, you know your optic is going to light up the minute you pick it up. And that's pretty cool. I always like optics that do that. Now, some of them are so hypersensitive that they keep coming on all the time. I don't know about this one. I haven't figured that out yet, but so far so good. It seems to work brilliantly. I'm real happy with the Optic. I'm looking forward to getting the micro red dot on it. If you have any comments about that, if you're a veteran or you've used that in any kind of a combat role and you want to comment, please do, because that helps everybody. And I would love to have that education, so feel free to comment and educate me as well. But so far so good. I really like the combination of this Optic and this rifle. It seems to be totally and completely flawless as best as I can configure. And then as soon as I get a micro red dot and put it on it, I'll run some shooting with it again, and we'll talk about it again, and I'll show you how well that works or doesn't, depending on how it goes. But so far, I can, well, first of all, I can highly recommend the rifle. I really like them, the Bushmaster rifles, but I can also highly recommend this Optic. It is outstanding, and I'm sure there's a ton of reviews out of there that it's been around a while that are older than this one, so check them out. Thank you again. You'll find the Optic at Optics Planet. There will be a link in the description. I'll also put a link for the Bushmaster rifle in the description as well. And if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them to me if you want. And if you have any great comments, I'd love to see those. Have a wonderful new year, and wherever you go, whatever you do, stay safe.